next level.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Coach Tiffany Parra, Editor-in-Chief of Phoenix Fitness Fanatics magazine, elevating your mind, body, and spirit. Today, I am taking center stage on the Own It publishing platform with one of our contributing writers. I'm going to go ahead and bring her on in. What's going on, Miss Stephanie? How are you this morning?
Good.
Oh, I'm so glad to have you. I'm so just thank you so much for being a part of the Phoenix Fitness Fanatics family as one of our amazing contributing writers, sharing your knowledge and wisdom. And, we're focusing in today on, it's October. It is Mental Health Month. There's a lot of different stuff going on right now. We're ending our year and we're coming to a close. So there's a lot of different stuff there. And also we're moving into the holidays. So when we get into those holidays, sometimes you have just a lot of different emotions. You've got a lot of stress and things going on. So me and Stephanie we're gonna dig in a little bit. But first, I want Stephanie to go ahead and just take a moment to introduce yourself, please, and tell everybody who you are, where you're from, and a little bit about what you do.
My name is Stephanie Malench. I am a freelance writer and editor. My company is Write By Steph, and I do blogs, websites, resumes, letters of introduction, cover letters. I help with letters for applications. I also edit. I edit books and college papers. I enjoy writing so much that I have a couple books out, and I'm working on a third one right now. Nice. My two books that are out are both health related. So my next one's going to be business related. So I'm totally shifting gears.
Wow. And that's so awesome that you're able to, be, so just fluid in being able to change, different genres and things like that. Because I know sometimes as a writer, it can be a little hard to do that. So I definitely commend you on that. And just, and just all of the knowledge and wisdom that you put out there, Steph. I just thank you for so much for what you do. So let's dig in, y'all. So right now, again, like I said, we're dealing with a lot of different stress and anxiety and stuff like that. And that can really hit us in so many different ways. It could hit us physically, it could hit us mentally, and it can really, really wear us down. So Steph, tell us, how do you know, when it's time, to deal with the stress that we're dealing with? When is it time to just, what are the signs? Can you tell us maybe a little bit about that in your perspective?
Yeah, for me, one of the big ones lately when I was dealing with some really bad stuff was my stomach was constantly hurting. I had to force myself to eat because I knew I needed the nutrients to deal with the stress that I was going through, but I was constantly queasy. So ginger was my best friend. Ginger the spice, not Ginger, my cat, wherever she is, but ginger ales, ginger teas, ginger powder in my soups, whatever I could do to keep my stomach calm.
Yeah, and that's a big one too. I mean, your stomach is going to tell you so much when it comes to your stress level. You're going to have, like you said, you're having the pain. Sometimes people have, diarrhea and things like that. Sometimes you even get really gassy, like when you're stressed out, right? And ginger is such a great herb to use for the digestive tract, right? And it also even helps us with blood pressure as well, because it thins out our blood. So it really helps, us to be able to manage stress. So I love that, you tapped into that, because that's one of those natural things that's out there for us. There's other things I know out there as well, different medications and things for people to use for stress. But I just feel that, the natural way is always the way to go. Don't you think?
And it's a natural anti-inflammatory. And when you get stressed, everything gets inflamed.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. And what happens with inflammation, right? Inflammation is tied to pretty much every disease that's out there. It's like when you're stressed out and all inflamed, that's your body at dis-ease. And what is dis-ease? Disease, right? So you can really prohibit, yourself from getting, diabetes, certain cancers, things like that, just by adding in something like ginger, as well as, some of those other great herbs that are out there for inflammation. So I absolutely love that stuff. So we're going to cut to a quick commercial break, and then we will be right back. We're going to talk about just some ways to deal with stress and how to bring that anxiety down. So we'll be right back. And we are back. This is Phoenix Fitness Fanatics Magazine, elevating your mind, body, and spirit. Big ups to Michelle Mufo and Mufo Entertainment. Those commercials are so much fun. I was back here just dancing away. And you know what? With what we're about to get into in this part of the interview, we're talking about ways that you can deal with stress. And you know what? Dancing is one of the ways that I deal with stress all the time. I will just put on the best music and just dance around. And I really have not a whole lot of rhythm. I'm just going to be very frank with everybody. My husband always says, you know what? You're one of the only women of color that I know that does not have a lot of rhythm, that cannot dance. And I own that, because I go out in life to the beat of my own drum, and I love it just the way it is. So anyhow, music is just the best. So what's your favorite way to deal with stress? How do you manage your stress?
Just curling up with my cats, taking a nap, going to bed early, just petting the cats. Cats and dogs, I dog sit too for my cousins. The animals just know when I am having a day and I just need some extra love. They will climb in with me, and I can be there for 45 minutes or I can be there for 12 hours and they won't leave my side. It's wonderful. And I mean, stroking the fur reduces your blood pressure, so that helps you calm down, helps you control your breathing.
This is awesome. I love animals. I am definitely the animal person for sure. And don't they have that sixth sense to just know when we're upset, when we're angry? They kind of tend to, poke in there just to make us feel better. So I just absolutely love. So how many animals do you have?
I have 3 cats.
Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. And I love cats, especially when they get that purring going, purring is just so, to me, I feel it's so soothing,
The studies that their purring actually helps heal your body. It helps heal micro breaks in your bones or tears in your muscles or whatever. So purring is, and if they constantly go to the same place on you and they're constantly purring on that spot,
that's a
dogs have been able to diagnose cancers before.
Wow.
People are like, why is my dog hanging right there? And they go to the doctor and they find out they had cancer, and they're like, that's where the dog's been.
That's amazing. So anyone that's listening, definitely if you have pets and your pets are, gravitating to a certain part of your body, that's so interesting. You may have something going on. So definitely get in those checkups. Sometimes we get so busy in life that we, forget to get in there for that blood work, or get in there just for that quick, annual checkup. And right now is the time for that as well. A lot of people tend to make those appointments towards the end of the year. So if you have not gotten in to, get your blood work, women, if you have not gotten those mammograms done yet, or those pap smears, definitely make those appointments. Gentlemen, make those appointments for those colonoscopies, all that stuff. Women as well, because we need those too. So definitely be making those appointments because they are vital. So Steph, tell me, what are some of those, what's some stuff coming up for you? Because I know you have a lot of stuff going on in the community. So tell us a little bit about what is going on, what's some new stuff going on with you as you're closing out the year. We definitely want to hear what's going on.
Well, I recently purchased a local digital newspaper, the Collinsville Daily News. So I am working on a revamp of that site, adding some more local columns. I'm working on trying to get the whole website where if you need to convert it to Spanish, you can. We have a very large Hispanic population in our area. I've been spending the past month trying to do bios on prominent Hispanic leaders in our area. There's a lot of misunderstandings with the Hispanic community. So trying to get those profiles out there. I'm actually going to be expanding into a new territory next year. So I'm very excited about that. So I will have 2 newspapers that I own.
Wow, that's amazing. And the newspapers, the books, and it's, how do you balance it all? Because I know that, we're talking about how, your favorite way to manage your stress, things like that, but how do you find balance in that? Because that's a lot.
Honestly, I asked one of my best friends about that because I was feeling very overwhelmed at the beginning, and he's got even more businesses than me. I'm like, how do you decide which business you're going to focus on which day? And he's like, whichever fire is the biggest that needs to be put out. And just always do the damage control. You may want to do one thing, but something else may be more of a priority.
Right.
I try to use my energy back and forth. Like, actually, I just got back from vacation last night, and I got some work done that I had just been putting off because it's like I didn't have time to do it because I was always getting ready to go somewhere or getting ready to do a call. So I got my budget. Well, not my budget. For my Write By Steph, I got my numbers all caught up for the year, and I got some emails sent out that I'd been ignoring. It's just sometimes you just have those little things that but knocking off a whole bunch of little things makes me not feel so bad when I'm spending a whole day working on one real big thing.
Right. Yeah. Just kind of chipping away at it. Right. And giving yourself grace, being able to give yourself grace when you do have a lot. And if you don't finish that one thing, hey, kitty, there goes that stress reliever right there.
He knows.
Just when you chip away a little and being able to celebrating those wins, we're always looking to celebrate the big win, right? No, celebrate the little wins that you're chipping away, because those little wins are going to lead to the big one, right? So we're going to cut to another quick commercial break, and we will be right back with Stephanie. And we are back. I want to give props to Charles with Upscale Online Biz Solutions. If you need a website, if you need some video production, video editing, anything like that, you definitely want to tap into Upscale Online Biz Solutions. All right, we are back. This is Phoenix Fitness, Fanatics Magazine, elevating your mind, body, and spirit. We have our contributing writer, Miss Stephanie Malench, here with us today. And we're just talking about some stress and how to deal with stress and how Stephanie tends to just manage all this stuff that she does. She has two, newspapers. She's writing books. She's running businesses. And I just said businesses, right? Plural, not just one. And she's able to manage it and give herself grace and really be able to flow. I'm looking at her here and I don't see someone that is stressed out. I see someone that is able to, just be able to manage that. So, Steph, how do you manage like the anxiety and the depression that can sometimes come along with having a lot on your plate and, just the things in life that hit us that just bring us down?
I try to make sure what I put in my body is good for me. I occasionally have to reach for the soda, but I try to only drink the pure cane sugar ones because it's amazing that you think it's still the same amount of calories as high fructose corn syrup, but our body recognizes real sugar different than something that is chemically processed.
Right.
I remember one time one of my friends told me she was a scientist. She loved to explore things. She poured a Diet Coke and a high fructose corn syrup, because that's all that was around at the time, sodas on the concrete and watched the ants, which one they would go to. No one would go to the diet soda.
Oh, wow.
So if you think of the progression from pure cane sugar to high fructose to diet is the worst. Yeah. So even you may think, oh, but it has no calories. It has no calories, but it has no value at all.
Right. And look at the chemicals. You have to look at those labels. I try not to make myself go crazy with looking at labels, but I still, if I glance at it and the label, ingredients is this much, and there's things on it that I cannot even begin to pronounce, I'm going to walk away from it, and if I see something that says, honestly, sucralose and aspartame are two things that I run away screaming. Okay, I don't want it. If it's something more natural like monk fruit actually will not spike your blood sugar, which is great, and you'll still get that sweetness. And even using something like agave or honey, or like I said, the pure, cane sugar, that pure, from the plant. It's not processed. It's going to be so much better for you. And your body does feel better, doesn't it? You don't feel so sluggish. Like, you got to listen to your body when you're, eating different things. Listen to your body. What is it saying to you? Are you achy? Are you lethargic sometimes? Are you depressed? Right? Because all these chemicals, when you look at a lot of them and the makeup behind them, when you do a little more research, most of these chemicals in the foods out there cause anxiety and depression. They are linked to, the spike in ADHD and in autism and things like that, we did not have a lot of before. And now the society has a lot that we're dealing with, and we're just trying to, get a handle on it.
Even the artificial colorings. I remember I bought a moisturizer a while back that claimed it was natural, and then for some reason I was bored waiting for one layer to dry to put the next one on, and I started reading it. It had RD40 and yellow in it to make it, and it was a green seaweed color type. I'm like, what are they doing putting these colors in a natural? So I had a jar I had just bought. I took it back. I'm like, this isn't natural. I can't put this on my face anymore.
Yeah. See, and you that's so good that you know and understand those ingredients, because even, people don't understand when they see those different colors and things, and those dyes are chemicals that can harm us. There's a lot of, allergies behind like the red dyes and things like that. I remember back in the day when M&M took their red M&Ms out. Do you remember that?
Yep.
I mean, that right there should tell us something, right? So that we just look at the labels, everyone. I know that sometimes it can get hard, but just try to go as natural as possible,
We don't ban a lot of the things here in the US that Europe bans that we should.
Right.
That's why I wrote The Ultimate Beginner's Guide to Clean Living, because we've got to get these chemicals out of our body. There's alternatives to just about everything out there.
Right. Absolutely.
And our skin is the biggest organ of our body. So any cleaning products, any makeup, anything that we're like cleaning the house with, if you're not wearing gloves, all of that is getting into our bodies.
Yes, it is. I mean, our skin is our biggest organ on our body, right? And it's all going in. There's going right into the bloodstream. So share a little bit more about your book and where everyone can possibly grab a copy of that, because that's very important information to have.
Sure. It's available on Amazon. It is both a print book that you can order. It is an ebook, and it is also available in Spanish in both versions. I'm still working on the audiobook. That's going to have to be on my goal list for next year, is to finally get this audiobook done, because I've been working on it loosely for over a year. I just can't get the files together. So I promise there will be an audiobook coming soon of it. It's only 45 minutes. And then if you're local to the St. Louis area, there are several bookstores here that have it. If you are someone that is a health or a fitness coach or something, and you need something to give to your clients as a welcome gift or something, you can email me and I will sell you bulk copies of the book for a reduced price than you could get on Amazon, and you can put it in your welcome materials.
That's such a good idea. I love that. Being able to have that resource, especially being able to, I like getting gifts that I can touch. Electronic gifts are cool too, but when you actually have something that's in your hands, and I love to read as well. So that is a great gift for coaches to think about. And even, if you have current clients, maybe giving them something for their birthday, tracking birthdays, things like that. I think that would just be awesome. So,
and the holidays are coming up before we know it.
Yep, exactly. So that is so awesome. So we're going to cut to a final quick commercial, and then we will be back with some words of wisdom, some words of encouragement from Stephanie here to help us to really just finish that year strong and stay encouraged and empowered. So we will be right back. All right, and we are back. This is Tiffany Parr with Phoenix Fitness Fanatics Magazine, elevating your mind, body, and spirit. We have our contributing writer, Miss Stephanie Malench, here with us. She is owner of Write By Steph. She is an editor. She is just, a plethora of things. She's a newspaper owner, a business owner, a coach. Just has so much just resource and value. And again, I want to thank you, Steph, for being a part of the Phoenix Fitness Fanatics family. So, Steph, Again, this is the month where we're really focused on, mental health. We're focused on managing our stress. What's some words of wisdom, words of encouragement that you can leave the audience with today as they go through finishing the rest of their year?
Just keep putting one foot in front of the other. No matter how hard it seems, a baby step is better than no step. I see different conflicting advice. Take a day here and there and do nothing. Or if you accomplish just one small thing, then you've accomplished something big. And it's like, you know what? Every time I think I'm going to have a day where I do nothing, I'll do that one little small thing and then I'll feel better. And then those small things just keep going up and add it. Like you said earlier, one small thing builds into a big thing.
Absolutely, absolutely. So baby steps, y'all, you don't have to do it all in one day. And again, I've said it a couple of times in this interview, give yourself grace as you are flowing through, life, as you're finishing this year. Definitely focus on finishing strong, but just go with the flow. If something does not get done, you always have the next day to get it done, and just continue to chip away and stay positive. So I want to thank you all so much for joining us today. And if you're watching the replay, please, if you have anything that you've taken from this and you want to give us, maybe a takeaway from this, definitely leave it in the comments, because we would love to know, what you think about some of the information that we've provided. So Steph, you have any final words before we take off?
Be healthy. Do
what
you have to do to just, because you're not doing anyone any good if you're not taking care of yourself.
That's right. That's right. So take care of you, because it's all about you first and then everybody else. I think Stephanie's probably said it. I know some of our other contributing writers have said it before. You got to put that oxygen mask on yourself first before you can save anybody else, right? So we love you so much, and we will definitely see you next time. Take care, everybody.